Yes, well, the character destruction of ivermectin, which you talk about, happened in almost a 48-hour stretch initially. It was one of the most bizarre things that we've ever seen. As far as you can tell, I mean, ivermectin hasn't really started massacring people across the world, right? It's not like it suddenly had a major defect. Was the character assassination of ivermectin itself a strange blip in the medical history?
Oh, that's a really good question. Look, I think, we've seen, especially over the last 3 years, things be demonised, that weren't normally. And even, things as simple as, vitamin D and vitamin C, things that have normally been sort of used to help boost people's immune systems over the last 3 years have, the restrictions, not restrictions per se, but the guidance on those is that they should only be used, in conjunction with a trial. Now, I find that alone sort of concerning because there's actually some quite good data out there supporting the use of, certain sort of beneficial immune boosting therapeutic agents, not just obviously what was on offer with the new COVID injections. So, yeah, look, it does confuse me, and I think looking forward at now all of a sudden ivermectin, they actually make very clear that they don't endorse at all that it's used for COVID prevention or treatment. So they've actually sort of covered themselves from that respect as well.
Well, you know what it reminds me of, just hearing you speak then? It reminds me of the way that food groups have been treated, because about maybe 40 years ago, food became quite political, where suddenly if you eat meat, you're going to die. Then it was eggs, you'll have problems with your eyes. And then it was butter. Then it was, no, you can eat all those things. Then it was be a vegan. Now it's, oh no, if you eat a vegan, you'll die as well. Is it sort of similar to that kind of politicization of food, where we're now seeing it drift into medicine a little bit?
Oh, absolutely. Butter was demonised, and then all of a sudden, we could have butter again, thank goodness. And, eggs obviously have travelled their journey. And, that has actually sort of one of the arenas where we've seen a lot of pushback, especially from the food industry as well. And, sometimes I wonder whether, the powers that be would much rather us, eat food according to the ticks that are there, the official ticks, rather than actually sort of eat real food. But don't get me started on that one.
Yeah, well, careful what you wish for, Julie.
Everyone.
Careful what you wish for, Julie, because they want us to start eating the wind turbine blades as the next thing. They're going to turn them into gummy bears, which I think that's a bridge too far even for me.